Well, we thought we had it fixed, but we were a little concerned before about the AC compressor on it, and you guys can probably tell by looking at that, it smoked the clutch. The clutch had discoloration in it when we were testing it before. We were hoping it had enough clutch left to run, and it didn't, so we're going to get one thrown on there for it. But beautiful day here for a service call. It was, what, 61 when I woke up, and it's going to get down to 32, and it's raining. So this is going to be fun, and this isn't even our only service call today. This is just the first one.
You can hold that for a moment. Yeah, adjustable wrenches are a must-have on a service truck.
I just don't like trucking wrenches all the way across the field to find out I forgot one. If I bring an adjustable, I have every size I need no matter what. Especially those Nipex plier wrenches. Those things are amazing.
Okay.
Oh, you're saying ow. What'd you do now? Apparently it wasn't anything interesting.
You know,
yeah, it's pretty cold out here. And it's also getting colder as the day goes, so you just gotta get these pressure ports switched off the back here. A little bit of a tip when you go to do these compressors. Make sure these pressure ports on the back don't have Schrader cores in them, because if they do, you're never gonna get this thing to charge. Well, it's still cold. It's raining again now. And Chris took off and went up to the farm to go work in the barn where, you know, it's not raining and not near as cold. Put some LEDs on a combine. So I get the fun job of staying here and finishing this thing up. Compressor's on, we're getting it charged up. As soon as we get that done, I'll put the shield back on the side of it and we should be good on this one. Just getting stuff picked up here. Pretty much on with the tractor. Just gonna put the guard for the belt back on. And then we'll go pick up Chris and head out to the next service call. So take this as a lesson to anyone too who is thinking about being a field technician. It's not always fun. Sometimes it's cold and raining, but still an awesome job. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, I feel a little less about being abandoned in the field. I thought he was at least going to be in the warm barn putting on LED lights, but no, he's still stuck outside. Ended up having to stick around a lot longer than we thought yesterday on that service call. I had to fix the door latch on a tractor. Chris ended up having quite a few lights to install, so that service call ended up running the rest of the day. So, next day now. It's really enjoyable, 32 degrees out here. Doing transmission cooler lines on this medium duty Chevy. Got the first one popped off there. Second one's getting ready to come off. But if we go into the truck here, I'll show you why we're doing this. That rubber hose is through a hole in the line. So we're gonna go ahead and replace both the lines that run under the truck here. Nothing crazy at all. The front one's held on with a 13. There's a spring clip on the front on the other one here. Have to crawl under there, but it looks like those are just spring clip back there, so I'm just gonna need a pick to get them out. They shouldn't be too bad to get fished out of the truck here and get changed out. The remainder of that service call though should be Chris and Danny, and they took the drone, so that should be pretty interesting to sit and watch that later. Hopefully they get some good footage out there with it. Where's the end of that clip at? There it is. So these things, you just get a pick in there like that, and they come right out. I don't think you guys got to see very well there because I was focusing more on what I was doing than where I was putting the camera. So these things, when they pop on there, you have these little ends that stick out. I usually just get a pick in there, kind of pop it over, then you get a pick in these bigger sides, pull it off. Don't lose it. These things will go flying if you're not careful with them. So keep track of where you put them when you take them off, and just kind of be careful that you don't send them flying. So now that that's out of there though, this line should pull out of there. I'm gonna have to get out of this retainer here. Once I get that done, I should be able to just get it pulled right out of there. The line ended up being a little more stuck than I thought, so I took a pair of pliers and kind of wiggled it while I was pulling. And it came out of there. I'm not worried about damaging this at all since this is getting replaced. But get it popped off there all the way. And we'll start getting it to drain down there in the bucket. So these are stuck too, so just kind of take your pliers, grab them, pull down and wiggle on them, and they'll come out. We're also going to let these sit here for a good minute and drain. Try to get as much of it captured in the pan as we can. We really don't want to just be leaking this stuff all over the ground. Got the old ones out. They weren't that bad. I mean, they do have flex sections in them, there and there. But usually, anyone that's done the hard transcolor lines like this know they can still be a real pain in the ass to do. I don't have them hooked up yet. I just kind of got them in chassis. That one shouldn't be bad. This one we're going to have to get that hose to make a bit of a bend. But before we do that, I'll probably crawl under the truck and do both the bottom side ones first. They're kind of just laying down there right now where they need to be. But we'll get them moved around as needed. Oh, I see a problem. Oh, never mind. It drops down. For a second, I thought I put that under the steering linkage. But we're good. So I'll probably crawl under the center, get that done first. Well, I didn't order enough transmission fluid. I only got a gallon. Looks like we're needing another gallon on that truck. So while we're waiting on that, I need to get this outer bearing race out. So I get that new bearing popped in there. Take this back to the farm. This is off one of the headers for the tractor for corn. So we'll get that done. Shouldn't be too bad. I should be able to get the slide hammer down in there and get that popped out. Well, turns out I need another set of hands to be able to finish up getting that piece of broken bearing out. So I'm gonna knock out an oil change real quick here while everyone else is out on a service call, and hopefully by the time they get back, be ready to go on that. Or if not, still waiting on ATF so I can finish up that truck. I only ordered a gallon, and looks like I'm gonna need a little over 2 to get it filled. It's pretty low when it came in. So you guys are gonna be watching Chris's channel coming up soon, because there's some major upgrades coming to the videos. This is that job site we were out the other day. Looks incredibly different just by watching it from a drone versus being there.
Get the full perspective of it.